Griff the Invisible. Proof that Jason Stackhouse can act. I believe watching this movie will be a far more satisfying experience for True Blood fans because Ryan Quanten plays the lead role, and he's very good in it. This shows how far he has really grown as an actor, and this character, Griff, that he plays here, is 100% opposite to Jason Stackhouse. And really, Griff the Invisible is more of a romantic comedy than it is a superhero movie, but I don't want, guys to be completely turned off from it because it's a very guy-centric romantic comedy in the sense that the male is placed at the center of the story, not the female. So for those of you who haven't heard anything about it, and I'm sure there are plenty of you, Griff is a dude that acts as a vigilante at night, patrolling the streets and whatnot and keeping his neighborhood safe. But in his day job, he's acquisitions manager. He talks a lot on the phone, basically, in his own little cubicle of an office. And in real life, he's a complete pushover. He's very shy. And there are indications that he's been doing this double life thing for a long time, and at some point may have even received professional help for it. And through his brother, Griff meets this girl, Melody, who's an amateur scientist of sorts, and she does all kinds of weird experiments and tries to find a way that she can walk through walls. So both of them start working together to create a suit for Griff that would make him invisible, ergo the title of the movie. So you see, it is a movie about two people that are really weird and somehow find each other and make their respective weirdness work together. This is a movie coming out of Australia, and it has an all-Australian cast as far as I can tell. At times it does look very cheap, but it's also really quirky and charming in a way that it's not really all that common. At least I haven't seen it a lot in American movies. There's not a lot of action, so don't expect to see fight scenes and such. What I liked about it, outside of Ryan Quanten's performance, is the way that the movie explored the idea of imagination and choosing to create an imaginary world for yourself, and how one goes about living in both those worlds and keep them from destroying each other. That's pretty much the entire idea of the movie. It has a couple of psych outs, the story, in the sense that things happen that you aren't really sure if they're really happening or if they're just in the head of one of the character of Griff, or of Griff and his love interest Melody. There's definitely a point where I was thinking like, wow, are they really like going with fantasy? Are they really going into a science fiction territory? And then it completely switches back and says, no, it was all in his head. And the character of Griff himself you're never really quite sure, like, is he aware of the fact that he's being, that he's being crazy in a way? Does he actually believe the things that he's imagining? But what I didn't like about it, outside of the obvious technical limitations because of the budget, but that can be helped. I hated the superhero suit that Griff has for himself. It looks like a dominatrix suit made for a guy. And Ryan Quanten, ironically, is the kind of guy that would look really good in a decent superhero suit because he's got the good looks, he's got the body. I mean, come on, Booster Gold, like perfect match. So all in all, what I like most about it is that Griff he's a fanboy. He's a total fanboy that tries to live his dreams and somehow finds the super hot geeky chick that is also into science and stuff, and together they make beautiful sciencey love. And from that point of view, I read a comment somewhere on YouTube that said, Griff the Invisible is the perfect superhero movie that you can see with your girlfriend, or you can show some girls. And, I completely agree with that statement.